Say hello, everybody.
Hello,
everybody.
How we doing? Have we had a good week?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it's Christmas in 2 weeks' time.
It's in 2 weeks' time.
Not at all.
No way.
Yeah.
It is
No,
not.
just over, yeah. It's the 9th today, so we're not far away now. Yep.
Next week is my Christmas party, and then the Wednesday or the Thursday after that's Christmas.
How the year slips away. Isn't that crazy? I feel like it was January, just a week ago, when we were starting this adventure. Now it's a year later, and I feel like we've achieved next to nothing.
Nothing.
Well, I mean, you've only gotten one of the 7 pieces.
It's the friends that you've made on the way.
That's the true treasure. That's what they say. The true treasure are the friends that you made along the way. And we're going to make a lot of friends because we're going to be here for, if we go by what we've achieved this year, for another 7 years. At least.
Something like that. Yeah. Hang on. I will just, 1 second. Where are we here? So you guys are currently in chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
How many chapters? 15?
11.
11. That's not so bad.
11.
That's not so bad.
Not so bad.
We're doing well. We're doing well. Look,
we did improvise a whole chapter. To be fair, there was a whole Earth detour that.
There's no reason to think that we're not going to do that again, though. So we're looking at another 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, probably.
5 years.
Yeah, probably. See, here's the thing, though, is that if I want to keep you paced with the actual content in the book, I can't let you level up until you actually finish story chapters. So just keep that in mind when you tangent. You're not getting levels out of that.
No, just roll into level 20, and then all the rest, then just rock up to Vecna, wave, just like gods.
Like you're meant to be level 20 when you get to fighting Vecna. You will be level 20 by the end of the campaign.
Our strategy thus far has been to just take so long that Vecna either A, gets bored and gives up, or B, dies from old lich age.
Okay, there's a problem with that thought process, is that left to his own devices, i.e. if you guys don't follow the main storyline, he will continue with his ritual and eventually remake the multiverse in his image, and then you will be forced to confront him.
Counterpoint, Mark. In game time, we've spent like a day. We've been stuck in initiative, so it's just 6-second rounds, and like we've had whole sessions that were just 12 seconds.
Is there a second campaign to this campaign? Like, oh yeah, Vecna's come in. You do not defeat Vecna. The world gets made in the image. New campaign, image of Vecna. Is there a second one of this?
That doesn't sound like something that Wizards of the Coast generally do with their adventures. They assume pretty much that, either you're going to defeat him or you're not going to defeat him, and if you don't, then they usually just give you an epilogue. Mark looks like he's either having a stroke or he's having technical problems. Oh, there he is. He's back again.
Yay. Yeah, just had to restart my Wi-Fi adapter. It does that sometimes.
Glad
Sorry, guys.
Because it'd be cool to turn around and go, yes, you do not defeat Vecna. You get completely killed. New world. Check this out.
That's always something.
If you want an adventure like that, you go check out Chronicles of Chaos every Wednesday.
It's a new campaign every week.
It's a new campaign because I just want to murder people. That's all I want to do. Just murder people.
You're basically just pitching the campaign that you're already doing.
I just want to kill people. That's all I want to do.
You do make a good point, because it's like, when you're playing video games, take Skyrim or any of your Elder Scrolls games, for example, where you get given this main storyline, this quest, or you can even think of Mass Effect, a lot of RPGs. You get given this main quest where the world's going to end if you don't stop the dragon, shadow, god, whatever it is that's going to end the world. But then you get given all these side quests to pick flowers and read books and save kittens and trees and all this kind of stuff. And
that stuff is important.
It's very important. It's very important in the day-to-day life. Like you said, it's the friends that you make along the way that are the real treasure. But there's this like unspoken rule where the end of the world is just going to wait for you while you do your shit. And it's kind of an assumed thing when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons as well, that Vecna's not just going to finish his ritual and that's going to be the end of the campaign. Is that something that they've covered in the book? Can we take too long here?
I haven't read into it. I have just decided that that's the way it is.
Okay, all right.
No, Mark's warned since the beginning. If we have too many side quests, we're screwed.
All right.
But
you guys are free to sandbox as much as you like, but like the onus of having freedom and the freedom of choice, you're not free from the consequences of making said choices. So, if you take too long...
I'll remind you, though, that all those side quests have been like 30 seconds max.
Yes, that's true.
Sure.
Yeah, they've been initiative.
I will remind you guys that you are dealing with the multiverse, in which, across many different planes of existence, time works differently. Sure. So you have no idea how time is moving where Vecna is relative to where you are. You might be standing still, but he could be in a place that moves faster.
That's true.
You have no idea where he is yet.
Well,
so ultimately, it's all up to just DM discretion.
Yeah,
as it usually is. But we always have one thing that we can fall back on, regardless of what happens. We can always Avengers Endgame it and just go back in time to meet our former selves and stop Vecna. So regardless of what happens,
time dragons exist.
Time dragons exist.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do time dragons.
Yep.
One of the time dragon's attacks is it can throw you back 5,000 to 8,000 years.
It's a once a day ability. Yeah, it can open up a massive portal to throw you back up
and
to.
Chuck you through it, yeah.
That's dangerous. There wasn't Wi-Fi back then.
I don't think there was much back then.
Exactly.
You don't know. There could have been
weird.
Ancient civilizations.
That far back, maybe.
Aliens.
That's what they say the pyramids are, man. They're giant Wi-Fi routers.
I'm sure they could have made them smaller.
They probably could have. But the materials that they're working with, Anyway, I digress. We have some housekeeping things we have to go over before we start tonight's episode. And for that, I will hand it, as is tradition, to our Bruiker of affiliates, Kiran.
Yes. Are you the type of person to want your ear holes tickled by noises and sounds and music?
Yes.
If you're
not just
one of
my
those
ear holes,
select few people that likes their ear holes tickled, go to tabletopaudio.com. Was that tabletopaudio.com? Your premier choice for tabletop audio solutions. If you want sci-fi, fantasy, horror, mystery, noir, whatever you want, go to tabletopaudio.com. They got it all. Mark, what are you going to play for us today?
Yeah, you should already be hearing some. This is a lovely little piece called Starforged Space. It's number 268 on the Tabletop Audio.
268, and that's not even the last one on the list. They've got hundreds.
I've got something. The highest number I have in the list of ones I have here is currently 442.
442 different tracks.
Hundreds of tracks.
To give your campaigns color and mystery and intrigue. Go to tabletopaudio.com. I repeat, that's tabletopaudio.com.
Yep, and you can either stream the audio directly from their site. I think there's a nice little app you can use as well, or you can do what we do and download the tracks and load them into your own virtual tabletops or players to have around your own table.
Now, Mark, if you are listening to some ear hole music, you probably want to also play the game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, yeah, that's the point, right?
How would you do that? How would you play the game of Dungeons and Dragons while you're listening to your ear roll music?
Well, usually Dungeons and Dragons requires a few things. There's one of these things I didn't have when I first discovered Dungeons and Dragons, and it's the most important. That's friends. Yes.
Yeah.
Right,
Arguably, you
so
still
now
don't
I have
get
friends,
much.
I get to play it. All right. The other important things you need are either some kind of device or like traditionally pen and paper, a table, and then most importantly, dice.
Dice.
Yeah, you have to be able to roll dice to determine what happens, right?
And like any old dice, the dice you get in like a Monopoly set, or no?
No. I mean, they can be used for some things, but that's only got a D6 in it. You need the whole set of D&D dice. You need
right, yes,
D4s,
the 20-sided
D8s,
dice.
D10, right?
Synonymous with Dungeons and Dragons.
Exactly, kind of like one of these.
Oh yes, like one of these. And you would you say that getting a dice is like biting into a nice piece of fruit
Absolutely.
from a bowl? Because at fruitbowldice.com, our dice partners, they can give you all sorts of amazing dice. You got crystal dice, you got plastic dice, you got large glass dice that are $200 and they look amazing.
Now, I actually just got a brand new set. They're really fancy, shiny purple ones. So I can show you the whole lot. That was one of them, but check this out. Look at that. Whole set of new dice. I also got this groovy little pin. So anytime you guys come up with shenanigans, I'm just going to point at this guy. Right? And then free gift, I got this really awesome D2 coin. So it's got a 20 on one side and a 1 on the other. Oh, get that a bit better in the light. There we go. So I can flip that to decide your fate if I want to roll a D2. Could be fun. And that's all thanks to fruitbowldice.com. I ordered that on their store. I chucked in the crit and miss affiliate code. I'm pretty sure that's why I got this little guy. And the order got to me within a few days. It was great.
These are handcrafted math gems that you can get for yourself, your loved ones. Christmas is coming up. If you need a gift for your nerdy nephew, give him some dice.
Speaking of Christmas and Fruit Bowl dice, don't we have a little something going on with the advent calendars they currently have available? And maybe somewhat of a giveaway? I heard some rumor about that last week. I can't remember though. Sevs, do you remember what's going on with that?
Nah, I've opened it.
You've already opened it.
Next week, we will be doing the draw of who is going to win the advent calendar. There are three sets of dice in here. A gem dice, I think, is in here, and 3 random dice. I think they cost, I think they're about $150 now. But if you want to take part in this, to win this before Christmas, what you have to do is jump on to Discord before next week. Jump into Crit and Miss's Discord, and then go to the advent calendar and find it. Write a little story about D&D, how you got into it, or whatever you want to share with us, and you will go in to the draw for the advent calendar. Plus, Sven, what else is getting given away?
Well, I'm glad you asked. When we announced that we were doing this giveaway, Fruit Bowl Dice, being the amazing people that they are, have come to the table and offered 2 $50 gift cows? Not cows. They're not giving away.
Awesome.
They're not giving away any cows. They're not going from fruit to dairy. They're not adding to their repertoire of dice. They're giving away gift cards. That's right, cards that you can redeem to get shit from fruitbowldice.com.
Lost Archives just come in with a raid of 12 people, so I think we should repeat that again.
Yes, we probably should. Hey guys, if you're not already on a Discord, you should probably go and jump on there and give us a little story about your favorite D&D thing, whether it was how you got into it or your favorite thing that happened playing D&D, whatever that might be, and go in the draw for a chance to win these awesome advent calendars from fruitbowldice.com that have a whole bunch of dice in them for you to open up approaching Christmas, one day at a time, right, Kiran?
one day at a time. Don't open your advent calendar all at once.
Don't
That's
do it all at
crazy.
Don't be a crazy person. And for those people who joined with Lost Archives as well, first of all, thank you for the raid. Welcome to Christmas Role Playing Games. You guys are here on the regular, but you have a special chance right now because you can jump on the Discord. You can enter into that giveaway that we're doing. Two $50 gift cards plus an advent calendar from fruitbowldice.com. And the story that you share on our Discord, it can be maybe something that happened during their stream, during the Lost Archive stream from tonight. It can be from that. It can be from something that you see right here on Vecna Eve of Ruin. It doesn't have to be your own game. Absolutely. It can be something that you saw here or that you heard on a podcast. Whatever it is, we just want to hear your stories, and anything that you share gets you into the draw to winning some pretty fucking cool prizes. And while we're on as well, Fruit Bowl Dice are doing another giveaway at the moment where you can win a $20 gift card if you head over to their website. You can go into the dice naming competition, and we're going to be drawing that on the same day.
Right.
So you got 7 days left to go into the draw to win up to $270 worth of fucking dice shit. And we're all dice nerds here. Don't pretend you aren't. So head over there right now. You only got 7 days left. So what are you waiting for? Watch this, finish watching this, or go do that and then come back real quick.
I love that you can be aggressive, like progressively more aggressive. wait, I'm here now.
Just to calm things down a little
I will find you.
I do want to say, speaking of, like, you touched on this, but the fact that Lost Archives are here quite regularly, I think you guys are actually our most regular raid party, and have been for many years. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. We really do.
And if you don't enter this draw, I kill you.
Ignore him. Completely ignore him. He doesn't have any say. He's down that way. Yeah, ignore him. Anyway, I think it might be time to get back into the story. Now, in order to do that, I don't really remember what happened.
It's good.
Do you guys?
Good start.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. I'm lying, obviously.
I mean, I hope you remember.
I don't.
Yeah.
I know exactly what. I know everything that happened. I never miss anything ever, and I write it all down, and I keep track of it meticulously. Anyway, who would like to kick us off by giving us a little bit of a recap of what they remember from last week?
Anyone remember anything? Because I certainly don't.
I'm happy to just do a general one, just to get everyone on the same page. So we are playing Vecna Eve of Ruin, and we are on a quest to recover 7 pieces of a rod that will be determinative to eliminating Vecna, a multiversal threat. I am playing Leo, the tiefling rogue monk multiclass. And last week we ended up in the astral plane, fighting with a sun dragon.
Solar dragon, sun dragon.
Solar dragon, and we defeated it before it could even get to us because we're that awesome. And now we are
should have made it ancient.
Picking apart its carcass, and that's great.
Yeah, look, last time I threw an ancient dragon at the party when they were like, even higher levels than you, they all died. So I was a little bit hesitant to do that.
Well,
Geoff will remember that one.
This ain't that party.
I remember nothing.
True.
Speaking of not being that party, do we have a party name? Does anyone? Every good.
No, we've never really discussed one, have we?
We haven't decided any party name. We could start one now. I vote the.
Flower Trials.
The first thing that comes to my mind is cum guzzlers, but that's not.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
That's not. I don't know. That's where my brain went.
That is so out of character.
You're in that moment of panic, and you just go to like. Oh, weird.
The group that the Wednesday group is called.
I'm still here.
They're called Wizards of the Coast.
Wizards of the Coast.
That's very good.
Oh no!
I was hoping for Qualic and Associates, but I'll put my hat on the table and see where we end up.
So it's between cum guzzlers and Qualic and Associates. If no one else puts forward any nominees, it's got to be one of those two.
How about the Sweet Melodies?
No, this ship's not gonna last that long, mate.
Yeah, the ship's destined to.
The ship is Qualic's pride and joy. He'd choose this ship over you any day.
Yeah.
So who is Qualic, Sven?
Qualic is my what do they call it? Dramatis personae for tonight. He is the character that I shall be embodying. He is a Hadozi wizard because I like to play unoptimized characters. He is a divination wizard, and for those people who aren't aware of what Hadozi is, it's essentially he's a primate.
He's a monkey.
He's a monkey. Let's call it what it is. He's a monkey. He doesn't like being called that.
He would be deeply offended by that description, though.
He would be deeply offended, and it's a good thing I haven't brought him out just yet. Qualic grew up in a place called Brawl, which is an asteroid within wild space or in the astral sea. I can't remember exactly where I fucking said it was. And his number one goal in life was to become a spell-jamming helmsperson. Then he became a spell-jamming helmsperson, and then true to his character, he just wanted the next best thing, so he started having aspirations towards becoming the captain of his own ship, which landed him in a little bit of trouble. He was marooned on Toril, and the spine of the world, abandoned there and left to die. But as is, Qualic's character, he refused to give up, refused to die, and he turned tragedy into advantage. He became a crime lord and basically scrounged together enough resources to build his own spelljammer. He's called it the Sweet Melody, and that is the vessel upon which we find ourselves as we drift through the astral sea during tonight's episode. And of course, you can't pilot a spelljammer on your own. Well, he can, but it'd be a uninteresting experience. It'd be a lonely experience. And despite Qualic's best efforts, he can't help but feel like he is better off with having people around him. If not for the companionship, then at least because they're much sturdier than he is. And one of the most sturdiest companions that he currently counts among his crewmates is Flower Child.
Look, Flower Child's a complicated creature. He has, and he's starting to figure out because I was thinking about this the other day, he's starting to figure out that obviously something is going on in his mind due to the fact that the faces or the looks that he keeps getting as he does certain things, and the concern or the shocked looks as he basically forgets. If you want to find some background story, guys, go onto the Discord and go all the way down to the cast of Eva Vecna cast, and we have background stories in there. Now, Flower Child is a berserker barbarian. He wears a tie-dye outfit and he carries a large club. He is a pacifist, as we found out last week, where he accidentally shot the solar dragon multiple times, but completely on accident and didn't even miss once. But what he has going for him, that he has a multiple personality. So he has a second personality that when he rages, he turns into 3. And 3 is a psychopath that will die to try and kill the person who has hurt him. And he was thinking that if the solar dragon did hurt him, he was going to jump on it and go after the solar dragon out into space. But there's a number of things now that I think the group are finding that there is something a lot deeper in Flower Child than the surface lies type thing. Not a huge carrot. But we have the bard, not the bard, but the doctor who loves to do a good story. The Elric.
Oh dear.
Oh shit.
Well, everyone seems to be describing their characters as well as doing a bit of up to date. So, yeah, just for those at home, Doc Hovel is a quite heavily traumatized individual. He's been through a lot of wars, and in one of those in particular, he basically lost his only friend, and somehow ended up with this guy's weapon who talks to him. His scalpel talks to him. Of course, it didn't start as a scalpel. It started as a glaive that shrunk down to a scalpel. But hey, that's just how these things go, right? So he's had a pretty rough go. He's been up and down the Sword Coast trying to basically move on and forget his past. He's lost his vow a very long time ago, and he's very far from the paladin he once was, and has become a warlock to this blade that is basically telling him what to do, but he won't admit it. And
Love it.
that's most of what there is to say about him.
Do you have a doctor's log for today?
I do, actually.
Nice.
Doctor's log. 13 Kythorn, 1493. I've been placed in charge of life support on the craft. This is an essential duty worthy of the utmost precision. We were joined by someone else who found his way aboard, another tiefling. He begun to play some music to inspire the people on the ship. Did Qualak hire this guy? We fired. We fired at the Time Dragon we'd been
not a time
fighting.
dragon.
Not Time Dragon, sorry, Solar Dragon. Oh,
Yep.
What am I doing? We fired at the Solar Dragon while Qualak made evasive maneuvers. Suddenly, I'm inspired by the tune of this new arrival. I haven't heard that one before. It's them quite enchanted. It was then that the dragon struck our ship, destroying the life support system. It was my responsibility to get this back online. Everyone is screaming. There's a sense of terror in the air. So essentially it was business as usual. I'm blasted by a bolt of electricity as I head toward the damaged support systems. I thought that only happened in stories. I heard from the others while my journey continues that the dragon is slain. Flower Child seems troubled by the experience. The others wish to salvage its body. From the window I see the new guy teleport straight to the corpse and start to defend it from scavengers. This must be why Koalak hired him. And that's it.
You bring up some
Nice.
things that I'd forgotten as well. Obviously, we have some homebrew rules regarding how the Spelljammer functions and how damage functions. I'd forgotten that the life support system was basically taken completely out of action in last episode. So, Mark, how does that affect us, and how do we go about repairing that?
All right, so so fortunately you are in the Astral Sea, so you don't actually need the life support system to breathe per se. And technically movement is done by the mind, but while you're in the Spelljammer you kind of have been used to moving about with the gravity. So let me just go and have a quick look-see here to remind myself.
I also believe that we've repaired it.
We've
Or
repaired it?
substantially
You've
repaired it.
started repairing it.
Okay.
I did start the
Let me just-
repairs. I put mending on it, and I did some manual repairing.
And this could be a good segue into how we handle the absence of our regular player and our guest. Perhaps Qualek is like, look, I don't know where you come from or why you're here, but I do not believe in coincidence. I need the two of you to get to work in repairing the life support system. It's not necessarily of critical at the moment, but the moment we slip through from the Astral Sea and back into wild space, it's going to make it quite difficult to maneuver the Spelljammer if we cannot breathe. So get to work. If you need
Captain
assistance,
Qualak, sir. Captain Qualak, sir. And this is Deckhand Goodman speaking up. It's like,
oh shit! I'd
I'm kinda
forgotten that you
familiar.
were here.
Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with how to repair those systems. I can lead these two on, how to take care of that.
You'll never cease to
Good look after,
surprise
sir.
me, Mr. Koopman. Not only are you completely on board with being here in the Astral Sea, someday you're going to have to tell me exactly how you have this knowledge on how to fix a spelljammer.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find time for that conversation, sir. Absolutely.
Yes. Well, that is going to have to wait for the time being. We have an opportunity that has presented itself, and I, for one, intend to make the best of it. He's looking maybe out of a porthole on the side of Sweet Melody and looking at the body of the dragon, which I'm assuming is now just floating there.
Uh-huh.
So many opportunities have presented itself. And he's thinking of ways that he can utilize the parts of this dragon in order to maybe make some upgrades.
I don't see why not.
Could we fly the ship from behind and just go inside and then make?
I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Can we
Doctor,
go inside?
do you have the enlarge reduce spell?
Can we go inside?
Perhaps we could
Just a
Ant-Man this
carcass.
situation.
Just a carcass of a soul dragon.
Yeah, look, I'm just going to point out, guys, I have moved you over to the map. You guys are floating next to the dragon, and I'll note the size of the Sweet Melody's token and the size of the dragon's token, okay?
That's why we need the
Yeah.
enlarge reduce spell.
Like, there's a thing, okay, and it sticks in my head, okay? So, the anus can stretch up to
No.
7 inches inside.
no.
No.
Listen,
No.
sorry.
No.
No,
Okay.
I need to finish. I need to finish.
Look, no.
No.
Look. I need all of you to roll a d20 for me, please.
So, hear me out.
You heard me. D20s.
D20. All right.
Okay.
Can I roll
3.
physical dice?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's such a good fact as well.
Sorry, but no.
That'll be for the that'll be for Vecna after dark.
Yeah.
That was the 5.
Shit.
All right. Cool. 5, 11,
3.
3.
It's
What else we got?
It's a 2 from me.
It's a 2. All right, cool. No problem. Thank you very much. So, folks, yeah, you have the solar dragon here. You can spend some time working on harvesting. While that's going on, Goodman, I believe it was Uncle Nicky, and Artorio can be working on the life support. Now, its current state after what Doc Hovel's already done is he has actually repaired the air bubble, so that's functional. You have breathable air if you end up in wild space. It's the gravity plane that is still a bit fucky. So the effect of that will be that while you're walking around on the deck using your regular movement, your speed is reduced by 10 feet. So this might be where you start while you're in the astral sea, using your mental movement to get around a little bit more, just floating along the deck instead, because you don't need to worry about the gravity plane then.
And that's
The
kind
other side
of
effect is that you will hear cursing from around about the life support systems, as each now and then Doc Hovel will, like hit himself with a hammer, or pipe will come loose when it wasn't supposed to.
Up until Goodman and the other two rock up to relieve you, and you're free to go about and meet up with the rest of the party then. They'll take over.
I will brace myself. For those who are not familiar with zero gravity, this will be perhaps a difficult experience for you. We just got to remember that while we're here in the astral sea, your position, as it were, is not relevant to any sort of law of nature or physics, so to speak. Everything is guided by intention. So I want you to practice this now. Try to imagine yourself being where you want to be, and your residual self-image here in the astral sea will guide itself to wherever you intend. And Qualek just sort of maybe demonstrates, so like he lets go and his body sort of begins to float up, and then he just sorts of like corrects himself and just starts like gliding where he wants to go, like a Marvel character.
Can Doc Hovel's giant ass try that? What do I roll?
You absolutely can. I want you to roll me a concentration check.
Ah, okay. So wisdom saving throw. I'm
No,
actually
constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Sorry.
But
I'm
if you
going
have
on.
advantage, if you happen to have a thing that gives you advantage on concentration, you can roll with advantage.
I'm pressing the button and it's not happening.
Just roll a dice.
Yeah. We got 23.
Where are you trying to go?
I didn't think of that. Up toward the roof.
Yeah, cool. You float up to the roof and you stop yourself just shy of cracking your skull on it. Because you seem to have picked this up pretty easily.
Very good, Doctor. I see you
At this point, at this point the doctor will actually start laughing with a bit of joy. Ha! Can't believe this.
I can't swim.
Qualak maybe turns to Leo if he's there, and he's like, I don't think I've ever seen him laugh about anything.
Me neither.
I've seen him on the floor I've seen him quite a number of times on the floor. Like he's always there, so you might like that instead. But I can't swim, so I'm gonna struggle, to be honest.
Look, this is what I want you to do, flower child. Close your eyes for a moment.
Okay.
And I want you to picture in your mind, try to conjure up an image of where you want to be in this moment. Tell me what can you see?
All right. So he closes his eyes and you can see the concentration on his face, and he turns around and he walks back into the galley to be existent.
Yes. I should have anticipated that.
I'm doing it! I'm doing it, Qualak! I'm doing it!
Well done.
All right, so Flower Child, as you disappear from everyone else's view, right? There's like probably a stretch of corridor in between you and the kitchen, and you're walking between, and you're just like, no, that you feel like you get this feeling of impatience, like it's too long, and next thing you know, you're just in the kitchen.
Ah, there we are. Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah.
Am I still invisible because my eyes are closed?
You believe so?
Perfect. I am muted, even though I don't need to.
And Qualak is like, he looks back towards Leo again, and maybe the doctor as well, and he's like, you know what? I'm starting to get the feeling I'm going to regret having taught him not to do that. Someone needs to take stock of our supplies before they go missing.
Leave that with me.
Now,
Leo, how are you trying to move?
Having listened to and seen the others, I'm gonna see myself propel in a direction based purely on thought and the strength of that thought.
Give me that concentration check.
Cool. Jeez, that's coming through. Just all the dice instead. 19.
19. Yeah, cool. Again, you effortlessly float along towards your destination. What is your intelligence score? Not modifier score.
My intelligence score would be 10.
Cool. So yeah, you and Doc Hovel move at roughly the same pace, except you find so like you're trained to move faster ordinarily, right? And you find that still kind of, because it's ingrained in you so much, you seem to have that slight edge to your mental acuity as well. So
You'd say I could probably move about 40 feet of every 6 seconds.
No. So basically the way movement works in this kind of thing is it is 5 feet, 5 times your intelligence score in feet. Right, so for you it's for anyone with intelligence of 10, your base movement with your mind is 50 feet. But you as a monk get an additional amount of speed, right? Like is it 10, an extra 10 or 15 feet or whatever you get? 10, is it 10?
10 feet. Yeah.
So you'll be able to move 60.
Hells yeah.
Right, so you still get that. Same with Flower Child, any of your barbarian bonus movement stuff, that still applies. And you can still bonus action dash like you normally would, Kiran. Or action dash, any of those kind of things. Yeah. It's actually a little quicker to move around like this than using the gravity plane, but it's maybe a little disconcerting if you've never been in the astral sea before. But you guys seem to be taking to it just fine.
Definitely disorienting, I think, for the first time. If you can imagine, like, you spent your entire life sort of at the mercy of the laws of physics, and then all of a sudden those don't apply to you anymore. I can imagine that could be take a little while to get used to. I think we've sort of established 2 scenes here as well. Qualic is with the doctor. I think Leo and Flower Child are heading to the galley together.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get some food.
Yeah, and then Artoria, Uncle Nicky, and Goodman are working on the life support, and we can leave them in the background to do that. Let's say that in the time it will take you guys to harvest the solar dragon, they can complete the repairs. But if you're going to hang around for that amount of time, we may have to do some encounter rolls and see if anything stumbles across you.
Speaking of which, I do think that we spoke about a little bit about using some repair parts or parts in order to do repairs. I can't remember exactly what we landed on in that regards and how many parts we actually had before we set off.
I think you ended up having 9?
Sounds right.
6 or 9.
Minus
and then
the ones that Flower Child threw overboard.
That's right. It was 9 minus those 3, and then I think Doc Hobble used 1 for some repairs.
So we're down to 5,
I believe.
5 spare parts at the moment.
And for each part you use, it's basically the equivalent of casting a level of cure wounds on the ship.
Okay, all right.
Oh no, sorry. You use 1 part and you roll on a DC. 10 is a success. Anything 5 above 10 adds another level of, I suppose, 2d8 plus ability modifier for DC 10, 48 for 15, 68 for 20, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Depending on how high you roll on the repair check.
That is awesome. So what I would like to possibly do here with this solar dragon is to maybe employ the skilled hands of Doc Hobble to help me dissect this creature, maybe get some parts that we can use as some repair parts, maybe harvest some scales potentially to use to make an upgrade to the ship, and potentially harvest the wings. I think that's the most interesting part of the dragon in regards to making upgrades for Sweet Melody.
I believe we already made some rolls for this last week, and you did successfully manage to harvest the wing webbing to use for your own wings. So that can be considered as part of this time. So you just don't have to roll for it. That's going to happen. Someone, I think Leo got a couple of teeth, and someone got some scales. There's also more scales. There's hide. There's claws. So if you want to spend a bit more time, or just if you want to make some extra rolls to get some extra stuff, I don't mind. It's not often you stop and harvest a dragon, right?
Yeah.
It's it would actually be interesting from a medical perspective just to perform an autopsy and understand the inner workings of this thing.
To see how it died, we murdered it.
I have heard that solar dragons are born in the heart of a dying star. He says to the doctor as they float over to the corpse of our latest.
Kurt Cobain.
Yes, exactly like the legendary figure known throughout the multiverse, Kurt Cobain. He is born in the heart of a dying star. It will be interesting to have a closer look to the inner workings of a solar dragon. But what is more prescient for myself is the fact that we have encountered a solar dragon here in the astral sea. This is a rare occurrence. In all my time as a helmsperson, I have yet to encounter a solar dragon. I have heard, of course, read about them, but to encounter one here, it must have been pushed from its natural habitat.
Good thing is, I'm also doing this with a scythe that gets smaller and... it's not a scythe, sorry, a scalpel that gets smaller and bigger. So...
Doc Hovel's become communist. He's...
And a hammer.
So now while Krylek and Doc Hovel are floating out towards the dragon, and Flower Child and Leo, I believe, are in the galley getting some food ready, despite the fact that you don't actually need to eat while you're here. Can I get everyone to roll a d20, please?
Oh.
Another D20 roll. Yeah.
19.
Loving the fact I got this dice from Fruit Bowl Dice.
Right.
Footballdice.com?
12.
That's a natural 17, baby. What do I win?
Nothing.
The game.
The game.
Is that
What about
everyone's
game?
rolls? Yeah, that's everyone's rolls. Hang on. Doc Hovel got a 12. Flower Child got a 12. What did you get, Leo?
I got a 19.
19, yeah, cool. Yep, all good. No problemo. Please proceed.
So what are we doing? What are we doing here? I don't understand. What are we getting? What are we trying to find again?
You wanted some food, and I'm not hungry, but I can eat, if that makes sense. You know.
No. Look, I want food. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Yeah.
I'm wondering, what are we? Where are we? And what are we doing out here?
We are searching for a rod, a stick that is very, very important. And if you help us get the stick, we'll get you an extra nice piece of chicken.
All right, cool, sold. But like, so are we just gonna sit here with this dragon?
I think at this stage we're taking pieces of the dragon to make the ship that we're on stronger.
Look.
Kind of like how your shirt makes you stronger, or your weapon makes you stronger.
Look, I saw that thing that Krylek was using, and I reckon we can give it a go.
The helmet.
Yeah. I think we could give it a go. We could fly this thing.
I mean, if you want. I don't think I have the ability to make it go, just based on my
Really?
understanding of how it works. No.
Oh.
Because have you studied magic? Do you know magic?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, then you might be able to make it go.
All right. So I'm gonna start walking towards the helm.
So those guys head to the helm, and we cut back over to Krylek and Doc Hovel as they're at the dragon now, and they've started doing their thing. Doc Hovel, can you roll me a? Let's see. You want to suss out its anatomy, right? So give me medicine with advantage, but nature with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So, here comes the advantageous medicine. And here comes the disadvantaged nature. Oh, it's a two-step process now. Oh.
See. Okay, so
So it's an 18 followed by an 8.
Right, average of 13. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, cool. So you'll be working on that for a little bit. I'll tell you what happens in a bit. Krylek, what are your... So we'll say that the wings are already done. Is there anything else you want to be looking at while you're there? Trying to get your hands on?
I think, the obvious parts are, scales for adding potentially some plating to the ship that might be advantageous for a ship traveling through wild space. And the astral sea, obviously solar dragons, this is their natural habitat, so Perhaps
I like
they
it. I like
offer maybe even some sort of, makes it easier for the ship to hide or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I was kind of thinking their scales would have the ability to refract light, probably. So yeah, some kind of stealth field might be possible with those scales. All right, so that's cool. I will also remind you, as a wizard, you would know that dragon's blood is quite potent for both poisons and potions.
And incense.
Yes, and perhaps some of its organs, particularly its heart, might be very useful. Which you can see Doc Hovel is about to cut into the region of now.
Perhaps Qualak still has on his person, or has in the meantime acquired the jar that he used for his magic jar spell. And as the doctor is cutting into the corpse, he's like trying to harvest the blood as it just. I think I said start that Star Trek movie with the Klingons die and their blood floats around. Like he's trying to scoop it up with the jar as it floats out.
All right, that sounds like sleight of hand to me.
Sounds like a sleight of hand. All right. Oh, man, am I glad you asked for that. He's trying to intelligently think about how he can capture it. Joking. Sleight of hands. It's not too bad. All right, let's roll that. That'll be a total of 21.
Yeah, fucking no worries. You managed to fill the jar up pretty quickly. Now, what I'll, is the blood is kind of, it's interesting. So it's it's reddish, but it's luminous. It's kind of like it's, how you get metallic paint that glitters? It's that kind of color to it. As you put it into the jar, particularly once you fill it up and seal the jar, you notice that it starts to emit kind of a faint glow, and remains warm.
I'm certain
As for the heart,
this must have all sorts of exotic properties. He's chuckling to himself with glee.
now, as for the heart, Doc Hovel, you're kind of surprised by this. It's unlike anything you've ever seen in your medical life. At least, not like anything you can remember. Now, most of the anatomy is pretty standard fare for dragons. You've fought a couple. You've seen them cut open. They have organs, much like most other creatures. Rib cages, lungs, all that kind of stuff. And the hearts are usually pretty standard affair. They beat, they pump blood through the body. This thing has the same shape. It seems to beat, or was beating, would have beat like a normal heart. But even in death, you can see from deep within the center of it the pulsating glow of a baby star.
Oh, wow.
Eat it, eat it, eat
it is about the size of your head. And it is still at the moment still within the dragon. You haven't cut it free, you've just opened the chest.
As in, the star inside the heart is the size of my head, or the
the heart is the size of your head.
Okay.
Yeah, the light inside is probably about the size of a light bulb or something at the moment, but you can see it is roiling and burning as if you're looking at a star or a sun, and it's causing the heart to give off light as such.
Okay. I'm gonna have to be very careful when I remove this thing.
So you're gonna try and remove it?
Can I assist?
I was gonna ask, do you have a guide thing, or
Let me have a look. What have you uncover here?
I'm pointing at my answer.
I can certainly try. Okay. This is not entirely unexpected. As I mentioned earlier, a solar dragon is born within the heart of a dying star. So to find something such as this buried deep within the chest of the beast is not altogether unexpected, but it does present unique opportunities, but also challenges. We have no idea how volatile this thing can be now that it has been exposed to the atmosphere here in the astral sea, and we have no way of knowing how it might react when we pass through a crystal sphere and back into wild space. We need to handle this with the utmost care. I will attempt to guide you as best as I can, but I think a doctor's steady hands are needed for this procedure. But before we engage, are you going to need any liquid courage, so to speak? Calm the hands.
Oh. As he said that, I was already on the way to reach for the bottle and have a couple of swigs on it.
Far be it for me to speak of your vice. Whatever gets the job done, eh?
I just turn to Qualak and say, look, never do surgery sober.
Ha! Words to live by.
It's gross.
Alright, let's get to work, shall we? We see there,
Okay.
right between the membrane
I was muted.
and yeah,
Go on.
we attempt this. Would you like a roll from me to see if I successfully aid him?
We will come back to that as we cut away as we see Qualak and Doc Hovel approaching the heart, back to the spelljamming helm as Leo and Flower Child arrive.
This is a great subplot.
All right, so look, I've seen it. I think he just puts this thing on, doesn't he? He just puts it on his head and he just goes forward. Does surely?
Yeah, I know how he does it. Let me help you. And
All right,
Leo
cool.
sort of secures it properly.
Where's that butler of his? 'Cause doesn't he have a butler that's supposed to be doing this?
Hubert,
He does, but Hubert's busy dealing with other things.
All right, right. So as he's cut it in, right, I'm gonna try and move it forward with my mind.
I believe in you.
Well,
What do I have to roll?
here's the thing. Mark, and I'll allow you to make whatever choices that you want here. Just looking at the spell jamming helm. Spell jamming helm requires you to be attuned
Oh fuck!
to it.
Stop moving.
Yes. It requires attunement by a spellcaster, right?
It does require attunement by a spellcaster. As far as I am aware, yes.
I'd like to think Leo knows this, and that's why he's being so chill about it.
100%. So,
Alright.
Flower Child, you begin to start, getting into the thing, and you can feel the crackling through the device. It's like it's probing your mind. You can feel stuff going on. It feels a bit tingly, and you get the impression that you remember that Qualak said something about it, and is whether he actually said this or not, or this is just something that's popping into your head from somewhere. It's like you're pretty sure Qualak said something about it taking a minute to get going the first time you used one. So you're feeling it starting to work.
I'm in this. I'm gonna do this. Yes, let's go. Look forward.
No problem. And
Do you have any experience driving? Have you ever driven anything before, or ridden like horses, or
I sat in a cart once.
you sat in a car? Do you know how to ride horses?
No.
No.
So
What did you used to do for fun when you were growing up?
Kill bears.
Kill bears.
Mm.
Wow, that's violent. Surprisingly violent for you, based off of what I know about you.
Yeah, lucky because I got told that I killed a lot of bears, like druids. I'm kind of hunted down.
You killed druids
Well,
specifically.
they're part. I'm not too sure what's going on, but a number of druids said that I killed a number of bears in a certain forest, that the population of the bears was quite low after I finished. But I'm sure they're lying, because I wouldn't hurt anything.
Okay, and you did that in your youth,
I'm still young. I'm only...
or like in the before times, when you were still with Flower Child Mom and Flower Child Pa, or Flower Mom and
no,
Flower
this
Pa.
the bear thing was after I went out and got food.
All
Or
right.
when I was sent away to get food. But like
Yeah.
generally, like no, we had food given to us. We it was like it
And
was
so,
just,
what did you do for fun back in the before times?
Ben
We
and
danced.
Geoff, please just make me while these guys are
danced.
role playing. Let's go medicine for Doc and you can roll Arcana because you're using magical knowledge of dragons. Please proceed
Do
with the
I
role play.
get advantage for my scalpel?
Yes.
Excellent.
I like a bit of dancing, a bit of like I can make a mean basket.
What kind of dancing do you do?
Oh, interpretive dancing, like
Show me.
like pretend.
Show me the dancing.
Oh, sec, I'm trying to fly this thing.
Yes.
May I use heroic inspiration?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Okay.
Like I'm trying to drive this thing, but yeah, interpretive. Like, are you a tree or are you fire or
Yeah.
water?
So show me what a tree dance looks like.
Well, you're like this. You're in the wind like this, see? And then the fire's like
Alright.
this one, see?
Fire.
like
Yeah.
that.
What water? What does water go for?
Oh well, water's like I'm on the helm, but water's kind of like on the floor, like a little worm type thing.
Like this.
Like this. It's exactly like this.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. See?
And then earth is earth, like bam.
Well, if I could just call up Cliff, or we could dance with Cliff.
Call up Cliff. Let's dance with Cliff.
I'm looking at a small fucking confined space that is this helm. I was like,
I'll be fine.
well, I actually don't think. I think I need Earth to call up Cliff.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it works. All right, let's make this thing move. I'm gonna spear that dragon with the front thing of this nose thing.
I imagine we can see like Qualek and Doc Hovel as we're like our attention is entirely
people.
on this thing, and the ship is just like slowly getting closer to us from behind.
Very, very slowly. like to the point where it's moving with what is just astral drift, but it is moving closer. So that will probably give Flower Child the perception that it's working.
I'm picturing so the ship is like this, and the dragon's you, and me and Leo are inside the helm. They're on the dragon, and as they look past, they can see the bug eyes of the thing, and then they can just see Flower Child with a helmet on doing this.
Yeah, fully.
I'm sure he did something like this. That's the magic I know. It's like he did a bit of this, and he did this,
And so then we cut away and zoom through the viewports of the ship back over as Doc Hovley is just about to start cutting in with his scalpel. And he does so quite deftly with Qualek's guidance, making sure to not cut the wrong ventricles first, or I'm not sure if I'm using the right words, but not to cut the wrong connecting tissue first, because doing so
The ventricles. Yeah.
How dare you touch my ventricles?
I knew watching Chicago Med was going to be useful.
cut the red wire. Cut the red wire.
Because quite simply, Qualek's aware from his studies that if you cut these things out the wrong way, it can cause a bit of a kaboom. It is solar energy after all within the heart. So with those rolls, that is enough to safely disconnect the heart from the dragon itself and remove it from the chest. As you do so, the light inside does not change at all. It's as if it didn't need the dragon to sustain it. It was probably more like it was sustaining the dragon. Now, as you hold it, it pulses and thrums with energy as you would expect of an energy source of this power. Where do you intend to contain it when you bring it back to the ship?
In his belly. You can eat it.
And you could try that.
It's the size of his head. Just want to point that out again. So unless we're going to get a knife and fork and start cutting into this thing.
I think we got an oven in this bad boy. Let's fucking...
I mean, I think... Can't Doc Hovel grow? If he grows, he could probably eat it. Like an
That is a
apple.
good point.
We need to handle this thing with the utmost care. It goes without saying that something that was forged in the heart of a dying star carries with it certain volatile energies that could combust at any moment. Unfortunately, I did not have the foresight to foresee that we would encounter a beast such as this we're going to have to improvise somehow an appropriate container of some sort. Definitely do not say to the boy what we have here.
Yeah, Leo. They're talking about you.
I think you know exactly
I am a boy.
who I'm talking about.
A fully grown one at that.
I'm a fully grown boy.
Now, what I will say, Qualek, is that like your Spelljammer parts are, you know, it's an assortment of different things. Some of it is hull plating, some of it's wiring, some of it's, you know, circuit boards, or magical versions thereof. So you could theoretically use some Spelljammer parts, maybe just one, in an attempt to craft an acceptable containment device. I would say that you could do this yourself with... I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. It's going to mean it's super easy for you to succeed, but Arcana is probably going to be the go with this one. And maybe, actually, a combination of Arcana and Sleight of Hand. Or just Arcana with Dexterity.
Arcana with Dex.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Yep. You'd have to do it when you get back to the ship, but yeah.
Yeah. We'll be taking it back towards the ship, but Qualek will be obviously, like, I wasn't joking before. Do not tell Flower Child 4 or Flower Child about what we have here, because, like, this is a source of potential, like, almost infinite energy. And the applications for that could be, pretty significant. So, Qualek will explain that as well to Doc Hobble, that, you know, he'll try and design something that is adequate to keep this thing. And, you know, if he can't, then we might have to try and come up with a new solution.
Yeah, sweet.
I think this is working.
So, well, I don't know, because, like, as you're thinking that, it's probably about when these two are starting to head back to the ship, so it looks like they're getting closer.
Oh, it's working!
Yeah.
We're moving!
It is working. Well done.
I'm a spellcaster. I told you I was a spellcaster.
I believed in you. I really believed in you.
Because remember that time that I used Earth teleport, where Cliff picked me up and threw me across the room?
I do remember that time. Yeah, you launched yourself right into that dragon.
The pig thing, yeah.
You remember that time as well. You remember that time, because that wasn't Flower Child 4, that was Flower Child 3.
You are fucking right.
No, but that's canon. That's canon. You remember it. Why?
Yeah.
Yes,
This
and
is interesting. So you remember going into that dragon? Using the teleport?
Well, I remember certain things. I remember the flying, because I think, I don't know. I remember
was fun.
Flying. It was good. I enjoyed it.
So you remember the fun things?
Maybe. That's a good thought. Do I remember the fun things?
You remember the fun things.
I remember burying someone. That was quite fun.
Right. That doesn't sound very fun.
But like you're right, because I remember I got told. I to be honest, I got told by the druids that I killed the bears. So that's kind of.
So you don't remember killing the bears by the druids?
Not really, no. But I got told they were very angry with me.
You remember the spiders?
I remember
because that was fun.
A little bit.
You remember the music that we made in that first spooky, scary place?
The what?
You weren't there.
Flower Child was there.
Yeah, but Leo wasn't.
I wasn't there. Yeah, that's true.
Flashback to Qualek telling Leo all about what happened.
Yes.
That's true. That's very true.
Yes.
Do you remember the delicious pickled ghoul fingers?
I remember that, but what I remember is I put my hand inside of a skeleton or a zombie. I can't remember what it was.
Put your hand inside of a skeleton. Was that fun?
It was good fun. I didn't mind that. All right. Where's this? Look, I want to try and bump that dragon. So you help me now, and you try and you push as well. You push on the front of this wall.
Sorry, what would you like me to push on?
The wall.
Okay, I'll push on this wall. Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, look, if you think about it, okay,
Right.
look, this you're saying the gravity, like what Qualek said is our thoughts can push things. All right.
True.
So if you push, and you use your thoughts to push the ship, in theory there is no resistance because the ship it has no gravity. Because we're in space. There's nothing there, is there? There's nothing holding the ship in place. There's no anchor like a normal ship.
Yeah.
But if you push forward on there and I use this thing, we could possibly hit that dragon, which I think would be
Yeah, it's definitely worth a shot. I do exactly what he says. Tells me.
Before he didn't want to hit the dragon.
And as
No,
they,
I didn't want to kill the dragon. Now it's dead. It's done.
right, and so as Leo approaches the wall, we cut away to Doc Hole and Qualek arriving back aboard the ship. Now, I need you all to roll me another d20, please.
Another D20. I do have something that a couple things I wanted to say. First of all, about the spell jamming helm. It does say in the official description of the spell jamming helm, while you're attuned to it at any time, you can see and hear what's happening on or around the vessel, as though you were standing in a location of your choice.
Yes.
I want to leave that up to you guys to decide whether or not that's actually canon. I'm not a huge fan of that particular thing. I like to think that
I think that's fucking awesome. I think that's great.
I don't like the idea of knowing everything that's happening on the Spelljammer at all times, but
I think it's I think it's a thing you can do. But let's say that, like, so you have to choose to look. You know what I mean? It's not just always there in the back of your mind. And let's say whenever you do, just to make it so that you're, you know, because I assume you're worried about invading privacy and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Let's say that Qualek kind of appears in a shadowy apparition form, or just his face, just like peering over whatever's going on in the room that he's looking at. At least to the crew of the ship, maybe not to interlopers.
yeah. So all right, so we'll put that down as canon. And one other thing that I was just having a look here, something that we found on our adventures. Can't remember exactly where it was. I think it was in that room where there were a whole bunch of pedestals and there was stuff. I have something called a cube of force
Yes.
that I am attuned to. Now, the cube of force specifically says it creates a 15-foot barrier. And one of the effects with 2 charges says non-living matter can't pass through the barrier. Would there be a way that potentially Qualek can perhaps adapt that to make a smaller cube of force to contain, at least temporarily, the Solar Dragon's heart? Or,
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not.
Yeah, is that something we can do?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Maybe take some spell jamming. Maybe taking some spell jamming parts to make a framework that you sort of infuse the cube of force into.
Well, I'd like
Give me an Arcana check, and you can make that happen.
I'd like to keep the cube
Maybe
of
Arcana
force. I was thinking maybe just like for the time being, while we don't have something appropriate to keep it in.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's just like the cube of force would sort of like connect into the device.
Okay.
And power it, so to speak.
All right. So an Arcana check.
Yep. With Dex instead of intelligence.
Dex instead of intelligence. So we'll just take -2 from this. So.
Cool. Now, this isn't an easy thing. Like you're trying to do a lot quickly.
All right. So I got pretty good though. So 18 plus 11.
Oh yeah. So
29.
hugely good. Wonderful. Yep. So
Yeah,
you
it's pretty
actually
good. It's pretty good.
managed to do this rather freaking quickly.
He's like
Now, here's
a
the thing.
fucking rocket raccoon.
Yeah.
It's building shit.
Now you guys are all inside, I assume.
I am.
Yes.
We're
Leo.
inside.
Yep. And you
It
guys are
is
being.
possible I might still be dissecting the... Oh, no, that's right. Normal dragon guts. I'll probably be back on board.
Yeah, you guys got all the things. You got some scales, you got some hide, you got some wing stuff, you got claws, you got teeth, you got the heart, you got some blood. Let me just have a quick look see here. Okay, so Qualak, just as you're putting the last pieces together, activating the device, and Doc Hovel is placing the heart within, what's the range on your true sight?
Range on my true sight happens to be 120 feet.
Okay, so that's how far out.
That's the same
You
as
will
mine.
notice about 120 feet out from the ship, in all directions, or in 4 directions anyway, on the ethereal plane, sort of these shimmering and translucent because of the plane that they're on, but canine-like skulls with green flame pouring from the eye sockets, and then these bodies made of purple fire and bone. There are, in kind of the shape of a hound, there are 4 of them, each coming from a different direction and each propelling themselves as fast as they can towards the ship.
Quite like immediately, if he's, done securing the heart of the solar dragon, that's a metal album name for you.
Hey.
He will immediately raise the alarm. Maybe you see his head snap up because he can see 360 degrees around him with his robe of eyes. So you just see his head snap up, and he turns, and maybe we can see through Qualek's eyes, and it's just you can see just the vague spectral forms of these things, and then he starts to shift through all the different visions and different planes, and all that spectral form begins to take more shape. He would like to do, if it's possible, a knowledge check to see what these things are.
Yeah, go ahead. Arcana will. I think Arcana will probably do.
All right.
Hang on, let me just double check.
I think Alex caught us. He's turned the alarm on.
I think
the alarm is just Hubert running around up and down the deck going boop, boop, boop.
Quick, dance quicker. Dance quicker.
There's Hubert.
Oh, hello, Hubert. Look, you're flying the machine.
Hey, there you are. Maybe let's take that off.
Shit. Quick dance, quicker. Quick dance.
I rolled terribly.
Hubert dance.
For a total of 17.
Hey. What was I getting you to roll again?
Arcana check to identify.
Okay, so, 17's not terrible. It's not going to get you all the information, but you do know what these are.
Klingons.
No.
Oh.
So, I'm going to read you
Klingons.
this little bit of a description. You remember reading a passage like this somewhere. The dark process of creating a lich hound involves a perverse ritual of first summoning a celestial canine and binding it to the material plane. The hound's future master then murders the trapped beast. Only then can the creature be animated in all its unholy glory. Hound-like celestials have long been outraged by the creation of lich hounds, and every few centuries they'll band together to rid the world of them and those practicing that dark magic. However, some survive this purge, leaving them to be a constant and painful reality for Celestials. But at the moment, they seem to be tracking you.
And Qualek, would he know that they have the ability to plane hop, as it were, since they're in the Order Ethereal?
You know that they have an ethereal jaunt ability that lets them usually shift between the material and the ethereal plane. There must be something else going on to be allowing them to be reaching you in the astral in this way.
It would appear that our antics have caught the eye of Vecna. The product of dark magic is upon us. Prepare yourself. We do not have time to rest. It is as I say, no rest for the wicked.
And with that, could everybody please roll initiative?
Hubert, I was only playing. Honest.
Fucking go. Man, these fruit bowl dice. Let me tell you. For my initiative, I have rolled a 26.
Very nice.
Now, that being said,
Damn.
I do have the alert feat as part of my criminal background. So if anyone would like to act any higher on the initiative order, happy to do a little bit of a switcheroo with you.
I mean,
Now,
your initiative's good, but it's no 27.
wait a minute. What did you roll, Qualek?
All
Because
right.
yours isn't correct.
It's
What
not
did
the
you roll?
size of your initiative that counts, it's how you use it.
Qualek,
26.
26.
Your
It's almost
initiative's
27.
good. Your initiative's good, but it doesn't beat a natural 20.
I mean,
It
it
does.
does.
It actually does.
It goes
It actually
first, but Flower Child gets 2 actions on his turn.
Suck it, Leo.
Alrighty, so at the moment, I've just moved Doc Hovel and Qualek back to near the Spelljammer, in that little box down there. You guys can
I'd like
consider
to.
yourself
I'd like
be-
to use Qualik's feature to swap my initiative with his.
Sure.
Son of a bitch.
But also,
Done.
I could just use my alert feature as well. So we got this
swap.
double alert.
And then I
happening.
would like to use his alert feature to swap my initiative back with his.
Okay, no problem. Done and done. You guys are both switched back to where you originally were.
No,
That's
no,
fine.
let's switch to Qualik goes first.
All right.
Okay,
Whatever you want.
that's 26 and 27. You guys swap around. Now we will also go ahead and add the Spelljammer to the combat tracker, and it is going to, for the moment, go up to there, because first things first, we are on board the Spelljammer. Problem is, piloting phase. Qualek, you're in the workshop.
Yeah.
Guess who's sitting at the fucking Spelljamming helm?
I'm the captain. I'm the captain now.
So, foul job.
Yeah.
You gonna try and move the ship?
Look, I'm looking at Hubert, and Hubert's looking at me, and I'm like,
You could just roll in his eyes.
I did describe taking the helm off of Flower Child.
Oh, you did? Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
what's going on?
Alright.
It's technically like hanging in like whatever form it naturally
Yeah,
sits in.
cool. In which case, Hubert will step in and sit at the helm and pop
Hubert,
it on.
you
Now,
can't do it. It's just too big for you, buddy.
hey Sven,
Yes.
do you know if there's anything in the attunement rules that specifically says 2 creatures can't be attuned to something at the same time?
I believe there probably would be. I wouldn't be able to quote the exact words of it, but I would imagine
So-
2 creatures probably can't be attuned at the same time.
In case there is something like that, I'm going to say specifically for this purpose, there is a secondary helmet that's been attached to this particular helm that Hubert is attuned to for emergencies, like when something's going down and you're not at the helm. Oh, wait, you can control it from where you are, can't you?
That,
You don't have to be at the helm.
No. So
Oh,
once you're
it-
like attuned to it, I just kind of
Yeah.
flavor it that there is an actual helm that he needs to see.
All right. Okay, so well, in that case, maybe Flower Child's still sitting in the seat as your piloting phase begins.
Let's move it.
So well, it's your
You're
piloting
doing
phase
it.
now.
You're doing it!
Hubert, I'm doing
So-
it.
Well, it
Hubert.
depends. Is Qualek going to move the ship? I don't know.
All right. I didn't get enough information on these things to really.
Oh, sorry, there was a bit more I was going to give you. They are. I mean, they're relatively quick. They'll move easily as quickly as any of your slowest party members in like mental sense, but they use their regular flying speed to do that. They are resistant to damage that isn't some kind of energy. So bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. They are immune to poison and exhaustion. They can see pretty well in the dark. In fact, they can see even when they can't see. They're incredibly good trackers.
Okay. All right. Okie dokie. I think for the time being, Qualek might try and keep a little bit of distance between us and them. I don't see anything here that makes me feel like they are more proficient at attacking from range, especially since they're trying to close the distance on us. So, unless anyone has any better ideas, I think Qualek might try. Oh, I need to roll. We need to roll, don't we? See who goes first.
What do you mean?
On the piloting phase?
You don't need to make that roll for the situation. Same as last combat. There's no other ships here. There's only you. So these guys have an initiative and they'll act then. And you will maneuver the ship now. Everyone else can use their own movement on their turns to move around if they want to.
That does put us at a little bit of a disadvantage with the piloting phase, but that's okay. You know what?
You can choose to delay, I think, in this situation.
On a piloting phase?
Let's just get out of here. Let's not deal with these guys.
I'm gonna put some distance. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Let's move the full complement of speed for the Spelljammer. I think that's 50 feet. Let me double check.
Pretty sure.
Speed 50 feet. Yeah. So if you want to move us 50 feet directly away.
Best we can do with that is kind of like this, because that's going into the biggest gap, I guess, because they're all spread out.
Where are they? I see.
We could go like up.
There.
There's only 4 of them.
Yeah.
They can't cover every direction.
All right, so like, I know we're in space, but let's please keep things to a 2D plane, because otherwise I could say they're up, down, wherever, you know, like.
Yeah.
I'm
So
dirty, Leo.
that is the bigger space. He's gonna try and slip.
Yeah,
through the
so I've
biggest
moved
gap.
you 50 in that direction.
Thank you.
Good. So that's piloting phase. It will then be Qualek's turn.
It'll be.
Remember, you can use your action to have another movement with the ship.
That is correct. I can definitely do that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's give that a roll. Let's move another 50 feet. Have we healed the ship at all? Because it's still saying 205 out of 250.
Yeah, I would say by now the life support is mostly fixed, and the hull can be back up to say 245. In the time you've got. You didn't quite get finished. You know, these guys rocked up before everything was done. So yeah. So I've restored the health on the token on the screen.
Thank you.
And Geoff, or if whoever's tracking the life support, that can be the 5 hit points that's missing is off the life support, but that does mean it's back up to being fully functional. It's just got a few last minute, patches it might need.
It would seem Vecna has caught up with us. I think it is time for us to be on our way. And he puts 2 fingers up to his head, and you just see the Spelljammer banks and starts to turn full speed, through the gap, trying to get away from these things. Yeah, that's the end of Qualek's turn.
Nice one. No, it will be Leo's turn, but I will note that, Leo, you're still probably poised to be pushing against the front wall. Oh, no, you already took the thing off him, right?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. But Flower Child is definitely still in the chair and probably feeling like he's the one flying the ship. It's your turn, Leo.
Sure, that's fine. He can think he's flying the ship. I'd like to do whatever I can to help expedite our exit.
Righty, let me see.
Keep pushing, Leo. Keep pushing against the wall.
I probably know that that's not the way that we're going to expedite the exit. So.
Well, you are you on propulsion? You chose propulsion, didn't you?
I am on propulsion, yes.
All right, so if you were to rush up to the deck and start working the rigging, I would say you could make me a...
I'll use my movement and bonus action dash to get up to the rigging. And then
you don't need to
action.
do that. Remember, moving around the ship is just you can move around the ship.
Yeah.
It's if you want to move off the ship, you'll start using your movement. So what did we... I know we've rolled for you to do this before. I think we just used your acrobatics to be able to move around the rigging quickly enough to make the changes you need to. So go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check.
Sure.
We did have a new card drawn from the Deck of Planar Ruin. I forgot to mention that earlier. We have the Psychic Overload from the Astral Plane. I wonder if that's relevant in the situation. All creatures
not at all.
have advantage on Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma saves, and when a creature takes Psychic damage, it takes additional 1d8 force.
Nice. All right. So yeah, with that, what I'm going to say is that using your action, you do manage to rig the sails in such a way that you get effectively another movement in and manage to get the ship to go another 50 feet. So it's Qualek's movement, but with you rigging the sails, he's getting an extra boost when he does that.
Cool.
So that's another 50 feet across. Because you can bonus action dash, as a rogue or as a monk or whatever, I will let you make another roll to see if you can get another 50 feet.
Cool. You acrobatics again?
Yep.
Cool.
This was probably definitely the best station for you to choose, really. Boom, 27. So yep, that's going to be another 50 feet long. So you guys have now made a significant advance away from these things. So that's a good start.
It's interesting as well because the way that I pictured that these mage weave sails work is they exist in the ethereal plane and the material, whatever plane we're in, like almost fluctuating between them. So that's what kind of provides the momentum.
Love it. That's cool. All right. Well, anything else, Leo? That's action, bonus action. You got any?
I mean, just movement, but that's we've used it. Yeah.
There. Yep. Cool. All right. In that case, flower chop. You're flying the ship, buddy.
I'm flying the ship. All right, but I'm not flying out there. Obviously, Leo's taking the helm off me now, so I'm flying the ship with my own mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a child and they want to play the video game, so you give them a controller that's not plugged in, and they're like,
Yeah, I was thinking about that. When they sit behind the wheel of the car and play pretend, or you give them their own steering wheel off to the side,
That's what he's doing, and he's seen Qualek do this one a lot, and he's doing a bit of this. But Leo's left him now, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, something's happening out there. Let's just. Look, if I can just fly the ship without this helmet, maybe I'm just flying this ship. I'm that good. But I'm just going to go and check what is going on. As I get off the seat, wipe the seat down, and walk to where everybody else is.
Yeah, well, Leo's up working the rigging. Qualek's in the workshop, I think probably with Doc Hovel at this stage.
Cool. That's it. That's all I got.
Is there any chance you could maybe drop some of that artwork in the old chat log?
Of what these things look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
People at home need to see what you're talking about.
Yeah, 4 of these things that are about to converge on your tail and chase
you. They don't look terrifying at all.
No, not at all.
Oh, can I pat him?
Oh,
I mean,
pat that dog. Pat that dog.
Right there.
Can I pat that dog?
It's a little doggy.
Right, Qualek, I'm the new captain. I'm flying the ship.
Here you go. As far as petting that dog, right there.
Yeah. So as I go up, I am looking a little bit confused. Qualek is doing the thing. Leo's up in the sails. I'm not too sure where Doc Orville is, and I'm just kind of resting against the ballista there, and kind of like a little bit confused as like, what are we running from?
Well, you can see these flaming. Oh no, they're still in the ethereal plane, so you wouldn't be able to see them.
Yeah. So I'm just really confused, and then I'm just holding my action. If anything comes close, then I can hit them or something.
No problem at all. In which case, it is one of the Lich Hound's turns. Which one is it? This guy. No. Let's have a look. See, it can move that far. Do those things. Do that. With a dash, it's going to go about that far. Hang on. And blink into the astral plane where you guys can see it.
And now you can see it.
Yeah. So actually, that's what I'll do is I will. No, I'm going to leave them all visible. Just trying to figure out an easy way to do this. I'll just mark the one you can see with a little marker. Quite I can see all of them as well. So yeah, there we go. Cool. Doc Hobble.
The furthest ones are too far away.
Oh yeah, they would be now. Yeah.
So obviously I don't have range on anything. Actually, do I know the range of that catapult on the roof?
We have used it a couple of times, so I think it's fair to surmise and how much does range matter when in the astral plane. But if we're talking mechanical range, it will have
2,000 feet.
7 million feet.
Perfect.
No, what's the actual range? 120 to 480 feet. So 120 short range, 480 long.
Okay.
They're definitely within long range, and let me just see. I'm not within short range, but they're definitely within long.
Yeah, if they were in short range, I'd just be shooting my
Eldritch
Eldritch Blast at them.
Yeah, fair.
But in this case, I'm going to use tools to achieve a goal. And I want to actually play with this thing, because I didn't get a turn last battle. So I'm going to get up to this thing.
So good.
Yep.
And I am going to attack the nearest doggo.
Sure. Well,
it's a +6 to hit for 3d10 points of damage. And I imagine my tiny servants are still active, so they might be able to do the reloading for you.
I missed.
Yes, I can.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Yeah, like, obviously my first... That was a practice. I'm actually going to call out. That was a practice shot.
Yeah, and just as the...
Yes, very
servants
good. Fire a warning shot.
What I will say is that normally we were allowing a shot. The last fight, we were allowing a shot in the piloting phase and a shot on whoever's turn it was, because you have 5 servants. 3 of them do the piloting phase one. So let's let them have another shot. Let's say that one was the piloting phase one.
All right.
I'll take the charity shot.
Yeah.
This is my favorite kind of shot.
Not?
A pity shot.
Oh my god. 9 plus 6 is 15. All right, let's see.
That's easy.
I'm just checking. I have a feeling that. Oh, look at that. You actually hit something.
Oh, good
Oh,
heavens.
but wait. Geoff, you need to roll that again.
Disadvantage.
Because it's with disadvantage at long range.
Yeah, true.
Good point. I didn't roll with disadvantage on the first one either, but I guess I
It doesn't matter. You got a
Can you do worse than a 9?
he did much better. So no, you still hit. Very good. Go ahead and roll. Brief damage is 3d10. Yeah. Now it is regular piercing damage, so it is going to resist it. So 13, it'll take 6. No problem.
At least it felt a bit of a prick.
Yep. Crushes into its skull, and you can see it sort of like headbutts the ballista bolt. And the ballista bolt shatters. We can see, I don't know if you can see it at that distance with this little chip in the skull. No problem. All right. Anything else? That's going to be your action. You can still have a bonus.
I can still have a bonus action. I can't heal the ship, so...
Cast? Oh, no, not for a bonus.
Yeah. And mending's like a minute anyway, so... That's, like, all battle. So, yeah, there's not really... I'm just going to check my bonus actions and see if... Oh, I could activate large form. But no, I'll just pass on. Pass the turn.
No problem. That means it is the 3 remaining Lich Hounds' turns. Twi'lek, you'll see them closing in. Second one to approach doesn't re-emerge just yet. Then this one... Neither does that one, and this one will be too far away. But, actually, yeah, no, I think this one will appear. So what I've done is I've started using the invisible markers. So Twi'lek, if they're within range, you should be able to see through that if your true sight is on, and the others shouldn't. theoretically. I know it works in Geoff's game when we do that. Like I can see our invisible teammate when he's invisible and nearby. Hopefully it works properly. Can you see any? Oh, you will need to put your token on the. Hang on. On the Spelljammer. That's good.
What if we give the Spelljammer
your true sight? Then everyone will be able to. Oh, I'll just share its vision with you.
true sight?
Oh, the others won't be able to see. Yeah, it's already got it just only to 60. So if you want to set that to 120, and that'll be shared with everyone then. But then you should be able to see the invisible marker on the ones that are invisible. So they're the ones that your characters won't be able to see.
Okay.
All right, so they've moved closer, and we are back to piloting phase. So we'll have movement and shot. Do you want to take the shot first?
Probably a good idea to take the shot first, Mr. Hovel.
Okay.
Now, the ones you can see. Let's check range.
Actually hit.
Did you roll with disadvantage? Yep, you did.
Oh,
cool.
that's what I got.
You did the 13 and the 6.
No, that 13's
So
from
it's from the
before.
last one.
Okay, yep. All right, so yeah.
But I still hit.
Still hit, yep, cool. You firing at the same one as before?
Yeah, there's no reason
Cool.
not to.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Just quickly, we may have to finish up fairly soon.
Do this round and wrap it?
Pretty early. Yeah, let's do another round.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. All right, again, Geoff, you chip away some rib bones maybe or something, but it does a bit of damage, but about half of what you rolled. All right, Qualek, moving 50 feet away again.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Let's go another 50 feet. Let's turn this into a chase.
Yeah, now since we're starting to run out of map, just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to move everything back up to here so that we have some room to move. There we are. Everything's moved relative to each other, so it is fine. With that, I've done the movement for the ship, and it is now your turn, Qualek. Would you like to use your action to move further?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I am starting to get the feeling that with Leo's deft hands in the
Yes.
the sails, we are going to have the opportunity to outpace these things. No need to expend energy if we don't need to. So let's keep this moving.
Now, I'm just checking on this actually. Leo, you are using acrobatics. You have proficiency in that, yes?
Yes.
Do you have reliable talent, or do you not have enough rogue for that?
I might not have enough rogue for reliable talent yet.
What's your modifier? Did you say it was like plus something stupid?
It's +8 on acrobatics.
+8. So, look, unless you roll ones, you wouldn't. Look, I'm gonna say, if you make one more set of checks successfully on your turn, that's going to be enough to assume that then gives you guys 150 feet of movement every round. 200 feet of movement every round. And these things can only move half that speed. So if you're successful on your next check, we can assume law of averages that's going to play out, and you will be able to pull away from them. So if you want to go ahead and make me those checks.
Can I ask a question as you're
17.
doing it? Like, these things are dogs, yeah? Like, I can see they look like kind of dogs, but if we keep going, they're still going to get us.
Eventually, probably.
Eventually, so let's just kill them now.
Yes,
Is
that
it-
is certainly a good point. I was just trying to avoid unnecessary conflict and expenditure of resources, which are limited potentially at this point.
Okay.
It might be the case that where we're going, these dogs can't follow us.
Or they follow us and they run into a bunch of other people and kill all the other people. It's fine. I'm all right with that.
You know what? I'm also okay with that.
Okay, cool.
I don't think I'm going to lose any sleep for some reason.
I'll go back and fly the ship then.
Noted. All right. Well, in that case, Leo, one more check, please.
All right, another acrobatics.
Yep. The action and bonus action.
Cool. That's gonna be 18.
Yeah, they're both successes, so not a problem. You guys are easily just like booking it with Leo's deft handling of the sails and the rigging, and Flower Child's deft piloting. You guys zip away, and pretty soon these things are little blips in the distance, and then you can't see them anymore. Presumably they may keep tracking you, but we'll see what happens about that as you guys successfully make it away.
They're not the only things that have been tracking us for a long time, so...
No, they're not. I will note that the little eyeball that's been following you around this entire time is still present, following you each around the ship. Sometimes even splitting off into multiple eyes to follow both scenes at the same time. Actually, we'll notice that, see how we were cutting back and forth? It was maybe teleporting back and forth to see things. But yeah, that's still hanging out. But with that, folks, we're going to wrap it up there tonight so everyone can get some sleeps. And I think next week we will probably be finding our way to where we're actually headed.
To Vecna Eve.
Back on track.
Yes. I will say, quite like, you can make out kind of in the distance, because you have the purview of the scanners of the ship, I guess we could say. All the effects of what they are. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I'm rid of a burpy moment.
Okay, if you need a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. So you do find yourself, so you do see in the distance, sort of surrounded by silvery clouds, its colossal, misshapen mass. Embedded into it pieces of a broken ship. This lifeless creature has shattered ribs arching over a mossy spine, air crackling with decaying magic. And the shipwreck is a large galleon, broken into 3 large chunks. The stern castle, which is nestled in the corpse's hips. The starboard section, embedded in the ribcage, and the prow, which stabs into the creature's heart. As you get closer with the lich hounds far in the distance, some time has passed as you reach this. The propulsion systems of the ship begin to shut down as the ship glides to a halt several hundred feet from the creature itself. It seems as though there may be something in the area that is preventing the function of the spelljamming helm. You will have to proceed from here by yourselves.
Oh.
But you know instinctively, being that I'm sure, quite like you brought the first piece of the Rod of 7 Parts with you. If you didn't think to, Alastriel or Tasha would have thrust it into your hands as you were leaving. You know instinctively that this mass somewhere on this ship that is embedded in this massive dead creature is the next piece you seek. And with that, folks, we'll see you next week.
Things are coming together. It'd be interesting.
Look, Qualak, if you can't get it closer to the ship, I can fly it closer to the ship. I'm sure I can do it.
Since
things are coming together, 2 of 7.
Since we can still fly around just with the power of our thoughts, what if we lashed a rope to Flower Child and we allowed him to like float over towards you? Can he act like a beast of burden and drag the ship towards it. Well, I guess we'll find out next week. So
there's my answer.
Certainly try. Thank you. I appreciate that. For those people who are still hanging around, thank you very much. If you joined us with the raid, welcome to Crit Miss Role Playing Games, Vecna Eve of Ruin. We do have a giveaway currently going. It's worth mentioning again. It is the last chance, last 7 days to go into the draw to win some pretty spectacular prizes, thanks to Fruitball Dice and, of course, Sevs from Chronicles and Chaos. If you want to go into the draw to win two $50 gift vouchers from Fruitball Dice, or even more amazing, an advent calendar from fruitballdice.com. Just head over to our Discord with the chat command !Discord and share your favorite Dungeons & Dragons or tabletop RPG moment in the text channel dedicated for our giveaway. You'll see it, advent calendar giveaway. And that's pretty much all you have to do. We are going to be announcing the winners for that giveaway next week, right here on Twitch for Vecna Eve of Ruin, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I think we're going to be doing that at the midway point, so there will still be time for anyone who joins us next week to go into the draw and maybe win some fucking awesome prizes.
Oh yeah!
And of course, it warrants mentioning as well that Fruitball Dice themselves are giving another $20 gift card for anyone who. Not for anyone, but for whoever wins the dice naming convention that they got going on. You want to find the details for that, head over to fruitballdice.com, and they're going to be announcing that as well on the same stream, which is pretty awesome. So like $270 worth of giveaways on one stream. Yeah, beat that, Mr. Beast, you son of a bitch. And in the meantime, if you're bored and you want to catch more Dungeons and Dragons chaos, make sure you join us Thursday night. Not tomorrow night, actually. Chronicles and Chaos. Is that right, Sevs?
Ooh. Chronicles and Chaos, they have started to fight a ancient green dragon, because I am not against throwing an ancient green dragon at fucking people.
So I've done it and they all died.
Unlike one of us here, look, it took them 2 hours to get it down from 400 hit points to 200 hit points.
Okay, no problem.
He's making notes.
I did put 4 Yang-T in there as well, so I'm giving him a hard time. So I put the party that I used an ancient dragon on up against an ancient dragon and 3 like dragonborn spellcasters, or spellcaster, fighter, and an assassin, and they got annihilated, and they were like level 17 or something, 16, 17 with heaps of magic items.
I feel like at that stage, that's on the players.
It is. It's 100% on the players and the rolls of the dice, I suppose. But no, it's 100%.
No, just the players. They could have got crit once, and they still should have won.
They struggle. They're struggling with it, but it's going to be it's going to finish next game, and they are going to roll straight into the main campaign. Well, not the main campaign, but the prequel campaign. And yeah, come check us out tomorrow.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah,
8:30.
Tomorrow 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, right here on Twitch as well. Chronicles of Chaos. Thursday night we have Beck and Blackest Night, which is our gothic horror Curse of Strahd actual play live stream. I am the DM for that one, and we've had a headbutt hanging in the air for the past 2 weeks. It's going to be a pretty wild episode, so you're not going to want to miss it. That as well, 8:30 p.m.
Had a headbutt hanging in the air.
Well, yeah. Mod's character
more than that.
was about to headbutt the captain of the guard in the middle of the tavern. And that's where I like a good Cliffy, so that's where I ended the episode. So for the past 2 weeks, that headbutt has been slowly progressing towards Izek Strasny's face. You want to see the epic conclusion about how that particular encounter is going to go down. I mean, you're going to have to join us on Thursday night, 8:30.
I'll join you if you promise a broken nose.
Look, if his nose doesn't break, I'll break my nose live on air.
I don't.
You heard it here, folks.
I have to show up to keep him honest.
I'm gonna break my own goddamn nose because you know what? It's to me, it's about the viewers. So I'm not against going the extra mile.
Anything for views. That's the motto here at Christmas. You want us to break our noses? We'll do it.
No. Wait, people watch us?
Yeah, we still got people watching right now. Archangel, thank you.
Hey guys.
Thanks for hanging out with us. That's the end of tonight's episode. Unless anyone else had something they wanted to add to the mix. Anyone?
Nope.
No.
I'm good.
All right.
If you're in Townsville, come see me play at the Sen10 from 5 to 9 p.m. on Friday, or at the Watermark from 2 to 6 p.m. on Saturday. I'll be playing guitar and singing some songs.
Yeah, all right. So even if you're not from Townsville, fly to Townsville, make that happen. Support some awesome local music. And Mark. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.